Going to be comparing the DC animated movie universe that kicked off with Flashpoint Paradox to the Oceans franchise, because part one of this series I compared the DC animated movie universe to Cinderella. DC animated movie universe 1, I compared Birdemic to Oceans. Unsurprisingly, Oceans won. So now I'm going to compare these two franchises. When you look at highest score for DC animated movie universe, several of these movies actually have a 100%. The first one, Flashpoint Paradox, Batman vs. Robin, Batman Bad Blood, Batman Long Halloween Part 2, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War all have a 100%. When you look at Oceans, the one of the versions of Ocean's 11, I don't remember which one exactly, has an 83%. When you look at lowest score for each franchise, one of the versions of Ocean's 11 only has a 45%. When you look at the DC animated movie universe, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 2 only has a 17%. So Oceans wins here. Then we look at average score. DC animated movie universe wins because it is an average of 76, while Oceans has an average of 64, meaning DC animated movie universe has won 2 of the rounds so far. Then we look at gap between lowest and highest score in the case of DC animated movie universe. Pretty big gap, 83%. When you look at Oceans, definitely not as big of a gap. Only gap of 25, no, 45, 83, 48, no, 38%. That's the gap. So Oceans has won 2 of the rounds so far, while DC animated movie universe has won 2 of them. So we are at a tie, and thus the winner will be based on my personal opinion. Now, I haven't seen any of the Oceans movies or the movies in the DC animated movie universe. However, here's the big difference for me. Well, on a genre level, I like the genre that Oceans is a part of. I mean, some of these movies have actors or actresses that I know for sure, but I definitely am much more invested in the DC characters than I am any of the characters in the Oceans franchise, because I've seen almost all the movies in the DCEU. First of all, the only movies I've not seen are Suicide Squad 2016, the theatrical cut of Justice League, i.e., Justice League 2017, as well as Wonder Woman 1984. Considering everything that happened with Justice League, just how badly Warner Brothers handled it, I'm like, ooh, nope, I'm not gonna watch Justice League, because every single change that was made did not help things. It only made the movie worse. And then you look at Suicide Squad 2016, that was a production disaster. I hear things about Wonder Woman 1984, and it's like, why would you go in that direction? That seems incredibly bizarre. And also, I've seen the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy, Batman 1989, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, The Batman from Matt Reeves. Also, I've watched Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. I've actually watched episodes from those series more than once. In fact, not only do I have a Batman reference book in my room, but I also have a DVD copy of some of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series. On top of that, I've seen the TV show Gotham, which is a Batman adjacent show. It's not directly about the Caped Crusader, but it's about young Bruce, who loses his parents, obviously, and then we're seeing him start the journey to becoming Batman. We're seeing him slowly become more and more like the Caped Crusader, but he's not full on wearing the costume with the utility belt, with the vehicles, with the Batcave. He's not there yet. Right at the end of the show, we get a flash forward which confirms, yeah, this Bruce will become Batman for sure, but throughout the show, he's young and so not fully developed yet, and he's facing off against like early versions of a lot of his rogues gallery. Then there's a show called Pennyworth that's actually a prequel to Gotham that's about Alfred Pennyworth when he was younger, and also when Thomas and Martha Wayne were still alive and younger. I thought that was pretty interesting. And I'm going to finish up The Penguin for sure. I've watched 5 episodes of it. There's 3 I haven't yet gotten to, but I definitely am going to watch them because I've really been enjoying the Penguin show so far. I like that it's this grounded crime drama, whereas something like Batman Beyond not only presents us with futuristic cyberpunk Gotham, but also there is sci-fi fantasy elements in there. You have a bat suit that's a lot more advanced. And actually, this right here is I'm talking about. I have this DVD box set containing some of the episodes. Now, I don't know how good the discs still are. Maybe the discs have scratches, but I've had this for years now. And I see if I can find that Batman reference book. And I also have seen Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero. Plus, I've seen the first 2 Richard Donner Superman films. I don't know if I've watched Superman Returns, Superman 4 The Quest for Peace, or Superman Free before, but I definitely have seen those first 2 Superman films of Christopher Reeves. So you can tell in general, I'm pretty invested in the DC characters. Also, actually, I've seen Superman the Animated Series, the Justice League animated show, as well as Justice League Unlimited. Those are all in the same continuity as Batman the Animated Series, as well as Batman Beyond. In fact, actually, right here, yeah, I own this Batman reference book, Batman the Ultimate Guide. Honestly, I've always been a lot more interested in Batman and his set of characters than Superman and his set of characters. I mean, I think the first 2 Richard Donner Superman films, they're really good. Are there aspects of them that haven't aged that well, that feel dated now? Yeah, for sure. But they're still absolutely good movies, and they are important movies for sure. I've seen Man of Steel before, and there are good aspects to it. I appreciate or respect that Snyder didn't want to just do what was done in Richard Donner's films again. He wanted to do something different, take some chances, get ambitious. Okay, that's nice, but I think there are a lot of problems with that movie. I'll wrap things up for this video. I'm personally going to choose DC Animated Movie Universe in this case, so we'll be winning this debate. Bye, everyone.